Imagine if you just hucked that bobblehead ball and I fucking cracked it with this good old powerized Louisville Slugger and it went right through that fucking window there.
Dude, knowing my luck, you'd probably pop the head off and it would smack me right in my 5 head.
Your 5 head.
I got that Peyton Manning 5 head.
Experimental Louisville Slugger. Jesus Christ, what's this got in it?
Oh, I could tell it's got a coating on the outside.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a much glossier coating on this one than like the.
I don't feel like you could sign on that though. I feel like the Sharpie would wear off.
It might. I don't know.
Anyways, dude, I went to Home Depot yesterday. It's a little small story. Because we're looking at baseball bats and shit. I wanted to start playing a little more pool.
Okay.
Just go to the bar a couple times, play some pool. I want to get a nice stick instead of playing with those.
And you went to Home Depot?
Yeah, because I went online and I typed in pool cues, and Home Depot and Lowe's were like the top. And then it was like Dick's Sporting Goods.
What?
Yeah, dude, weird.
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make sense. So I go to, it says up in the Puyallup location.
All right.
So I go up there. I go up to this girl. She looked like she was fresh out of high school. Never been around. Maybe did wood shop for like a quarter.
And you walk up to her and
I was like, hey, you got any pool cues here? Dude, the look she gave me. She's like,
sir, you're in a Home Depot.
No. She didn't know what a pool cue was. Yeah. She was like, what's a pool cue? And I was like the stick. And kind of did a weird, like, I was like, like the stick that you shoot with. And she was like, oh, like the pool stick. And I was like,
a pool cue
stick, yeah. And Justin Bieber next to her does his little hair flip. He must have been fresh out of high school too. He does his little hair flip thing and said, "No, sorry, bro, we don't have pool cues here. We're not cool enough." And I just looked at him and I was like, "Okay." And so I walked away. A little bit my fault. Because I didn't really look at it. I just saw that they had them there, but it says you have to order them and then send them to a location. And you can send them to the Puyallup location. So that's kind of half on me, but also kind of disappointed that they didn't know what a pool cue was.
Well, I mean, first off, how the fuck do you just not know what okay, maybe because...
But that's what I'm saying. They've never been to a bar.
Maybe because they're like a home, like a building, like do stuff
like
at home.
Foundation and stuff?
Yeah, like they got wood and shit there. Maybe she was thinking of something that related to like pool maintenance. Yeah. So
which is like, what my buddy said.
She's like, oh, a pool cue. What the fuck's like not thinking of a stick right off the bat. And then second, I'm picturing like something out of a fucking sitcom where you're standing there facing this girl and Justin Bieber's standing next to you guys, or next to her, just like not even facing. And then when he comes into frame, he's just like, yeah, dude. So blah, blah, blah.
Swear to God. Because that made me turn to him.
You're like,
because he did this. I thought he was swinging something. And he was just flipping his hair over. I was like, all right, well, I guess that's half on me for...
That's kind of funny.
Not paying attention, but anyways, yeah.
So did you end up ordering a pool cue?
No, because I did some reviews, I did some more research, and a lot of people say that they're warped if you order them online. And I was like, well, I'm not going to spend $40, $50, $30, whatever it was, for a stick that looks like a freaking tree branch.
Well, think of it. Piece of wood, depending on where it's traveling, needs to acclimate to the weather. So say it's like in one place and it's really hot and humid, and that's where like they lathe the pool cue, and then they send it up to Washington where it's like
cold as shit,
cold and rainy and kind of humid, and it's a different kind, and then it acclimates to the weather and it gets like bent,
That's fair.
I don't know. I'm not a woodworker.
I'm not a pool cue master, so
that's just my theory.
But yeah, it was
so you want to get into pool though?
I just don't want to play video games.
You seem like you're trying to get into bar sports. First we got...
Dude, that's what I grew up on.
So are you good at darts too?
No. I think darts is probably one of the lamest games ever at a bar.
So I flipped through Reddit, and every once in a while, I don't know why it shows me these. I think it's because it's on the sports page. But lately, someone in a darts championship must have just hit a 9-darter or something, because
what the hell's a 9-darter?
Every so often, I'll be flipping through Reddit and I'll see these guys at like the World Championship Sports or whatever from like 2009 or something, and they'll go, what is it, 501 or something, where you got to start it.
Dude, I know absolutely nothing about darts.
Okay, so I think the concept of the game is like you start at 501, and for every point that you hit on the board, you deduct down to 0, but you have to hit 0 exactly. You can't be at like 12 points and hit a 14. You've got to hit a 12 to win, basically. And I guess a 9-darter is like you throw 3 darts each turn, and it's 3 perfect turns. So it's like a triple 20 3 times or something like that.
So it's like if you 4-hole a corn.
Yeah, it'd be something. Okay. It'd be like doing that, but 4-hole in a cornhole thing 4 times in a row, I guess, or 3 times in a row. Because imagine you go up, throw 3 darts, the next guy throws 3, you go back up, 3 more perfect darts. The other guy goes back up, 3 more perfect darts.
So it's like in bowling when somebody just keeps bowling a perfect game.
It'd be like bowling a 300 kind of.
Okay.
So but I've been seeing these lately, so I'm just like, God damn, are you trying to be like a 4-bagging 9-darting motherfucker?
No, I won $60. My buddy got a little drunk off of IPAs.
Oh, nice.
And, didn't bet money all night.
What, did he drink 2 of them?
No, he had about 7.
Oh.
He had about 7 or 8.
IPAs will get you, man.
Yeah, and they were Elysian. So he was getting wrecked after a while, and he was doing good in the beginning. And he goes, Austin, $40 on this game. Because he had one of our better buddies who actually has a pool cue, and he's pretty good.
Oh, I thought you were talking about cornhole.
No, we were doing doubles at the bar.
Oh, you're playing pool. Okay.
And he goes, Austin, $40. I was like, dude, are you trying to fuck me right now? Because you know I don't have the best player on my team.
Fuck on me, I fuck on you.
Yeah, gabagool, okay, right there. So, yeah, I didn't have the good partner. He was decent, but he wasn't good. And he had the good partner, so of course he's super confident, and he's like, $40, Austin.
So he was confident in hustling you on his partner's skill.
Yes.
What a motherfucker. If I was his partner, I'd be like...
Well, and see, our partners didn't agree to the bet.
Did they know about it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They knew. So I said, you know what? I'll do it. Screw it. And I don't know what happened, dude. I went full like Tiger Woods mode on pool.
On pool.
I hit like 7.
I don't know any professional pool players, so I couldn't name one.
I don't watch it live or professionally, but I hit like 6 or 7 in a row.
Oh shit!
And then he set me up on on one of his shots, and it was just lined up with the 8. So I was like, perfect.
So you're just sinking them, and he's like,
crap.
Wait a minute, you hustling me, motherfucker?
It made it look like I was, because I had a crap night all night. I was not doing well, and then as soon as money,
that feels so good though.
Oh, it was great. You know, it feel better after I win $40. He goes, $20 this round. So I got beat him again, and I gave 30 to my partner.
Yeah,
and he was trying so hard not to accept it, because he was like, "Dude, I would have not given money up if you had lost." And I was like, "Yeah, well, that's why people remember my name and not yours."
Roasted.
Gave him the old Brad Pitt quote from the movie Troy.
Oh yeah.
So
that's great.
It was a good night. But yeah, other than that. I don't think I could get really into pool.
I don't know, man.
I stink. I'm like really cold.
It's all about them angles, man.
Yeah, well, I thought the same thing. Dude, everybody wanted to fight at that bar too.
Where were you?
Up in Puyallup, across Best Buy.
Cheers?
Yep.
Oh, man. That place is great. I've been there many times.
Dude, yeah.
That's usually where me and my buddies go to play pool.
Well, I got dragged out of there my 21st because I was so drunk.
Really?
But not because I was causing a scene, but I was just so drunk that my friends were like, we got to get this guy home.
So funny story about the Cheers. Me and one of my friends long ago, I'm no longer friends with that piece of shit.
I know.
Anyway, long ago, we used to go to Applebee's every Monday night, and we ended up, just because it was like, fuck it, cheap burgers on Mondays. Mm-hmm. So we went there, and there was this couple that always came in, and we got to knowing them, and they were like, all right, it was his birthday? I think it was his birthday, so he was like, we're going to Cheers, you guys should come on out. We were like, all right, fuck it, whatever. So we went to Cheers that night, and it ended up just being like me and my buddy and him and his girlfriend, and we were like, oh man, this is kind of awkward. And his girlfriend was so fucking drunk. She was like piss your pants drunk almost. And I'm like, oh my God, she's pretty fucked up. And we get there, and instantly she comes right up to me, and she's like, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. And she's like hanging all over me, and I'm like, whoa, I wasn't fucking like, he's standing right there. I'm like, hi, how's it going? This is weird. We've never like hugged or anything. We just see each other at Applebee's every week. So it was kind of awkward. Gold. Yeah, I was like, hey. And so we were standing at the bar, and we were talking, and she's fucked up, and she starts saying like, oh yeah, if I wasn't with Mike, I would totally be with you. And I'm like,
one of those.
Whoa. And it's like literally her, him, my buddy, me on the other end. And all three of us guys were just kind of like, nah. Like, it was just awkward as fuck. We all just kind of like trailed off like that. We were like, nah. And so then we went and played pool, and then her and him started fucking arguing. And I was like, well, I'm going to go outside and hit my fucking weed pen. So I'm outside and I'm hitting my pen, and then she comes walking out. She's like, I want to fucking smoke a cigarette. And I'm like, okay. And
I don't got one of those.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I got a weed pen, so I don't know what to tell you. And she's like, then starts going on, fucking Mike thinks he's basically, she was pissed that night because, so he went to college and he was doing a group project, and he was in a group text, and some other girl that his girlfriend must have fucking hated was also in that class with him in the group text.
I think just all women hate women.
Yeah, I don't know. But he had turned that text thread on like do not disturb, so his phone wouldn't just keep fucking going off. And she took that as like, he's trying to hide something. And she was fucked up that night. And I was standing outside hitting my pen, and she was smoking a cigarette, and she's like, he's hiding this fucking this bitch is in his messages. And I'm like, he's going to school. Like, you realize this is a project, right? She's like, no, fuck that bitch. And so I'm like, whatever. So I go back. A little
over dramatic.
Yeah. Oh no, she was fucking out there. And so we go back inside. Well, she follows me back inside, and it gets time to leave. And she's like, I'm fucking driving us home. And he's like,
oh,
he's like, no, you ain't. Like, you ain't driving us home.
So that probably caused a bigger argument.
Here's the deal. So I don't know, just Cheers reminded me of this whole story. We fucking go to leave, and she's like, either I'm fucking driving or we're not going home. And he was like, yeah, we're not happening. Like, Cole and Brandon here are totally sober, and well, not like 100%, but not shit-faced like we are, and they can just drive us home. Let's all just get in our car. Brandon will drive us, and Cole can follow him because they came together. And she was like, no, fuck you. And so finally it came down to, she was like, fuck you. You go with Brandon, and I'll ride home with Cole, and he can just follow. And he was like, fine, whatever. And that right there was the big fucking mistake.
Yeah, dude, you don't do that.
That was the big fucking mistake. We're driving home, and I'm following my buddy.
She just starts whack tapping you right there.
Oh, I'm driving, and it's pitch black because it's fucking nighttime, and so I'm just and I don't expect it, and all of a sudden, I'm not even shitting you, and I'm like, oh my God, it scared me. It startled me. I felt a hand, and then she's like, doing this shit, and I'm like, whoa, hey, I think we gotta not be doing this here. And she's like, oh, come on. And then she starts like grabbing my head and trying to kiss my neck while I'm driving, and I'm like, hey, no. And we get to like a stoplight, and I straight up am doing like the get off of me, like, this is not fucking happening. And she's like, fine. She sits there. Light turns green. Starts fucking rubbing my leg again. I'm like, oh my God, stop this. You got to knock this shit off. And we finally get back to their place. And so he pulls up into the driveway and I pull up on the curb like this. And she full on, like, right when I put it in park, she like does the whole grabs me and like tries pulling me in and starts like kissing me and shit. And I'm like, all right, listen here. You got to fucking this. Literally, I'm not doing this.
I felt like you should have like Derrick Henry stiff armed her at that point.
Oh, dude, it was just awkward. I was like, get off of it. She like tried grabbing the back of my head and pulling me in. And I was just like, this is.
With that hippie hair at the time? I just fucking yanked you.
It was a little before the super long hippie hair. It was probably still up here somewhere, but she tried going in full on, and I was like, fuck this. So I'm like pushing her off, opening the door so like the dome lights coming on and whatnot, and I'm like getting out. So she's like, fine. And she gets out, and I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys later. And he's like, yeah. And he comes and he's like giving me the bro hug, and I was like, dude, you got to call me tomorrow, man. And he was just like, okay. And then she was like, bye, Cole. And she comes up to give me another hug, and she starts kissing me again. I'm like right in front of him.
Yo, I don't know. Like, this sounds whack.
Dude,
she was fucking whack.
Fucked up. She was like fucking trashed, and she was pissed at him, and she was psycho bitch. Like,
she sounds like
fucking Looney Tunes.
Sounds like a chick that says like he probably has a big penis, and then they break up, and then she tells all of her friends like,
I saw it.
Yeah. Yes, dude.
Yes.
Hey, I sent that to my lady. She is so pissed at me. She was like, "Oh, you think we're all the same, huh?" And I was like, "Yo,
fuck yeah, you are."
I was like, "Don't tell me you've never told your friends about penis sizes." That's like dudes saying, "Yeah, we don't talk about breast sizes."
Oh yeah.
Or butt sizes.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Anyways, but beyond the point. But that meme that I sent you.
No, that's pretty on point.
That was fucking.
And so she's like, bye, Cole. And she's like kissing my neck. And I'm like, see you guys later. And he ends up calling me the next day. And I tell him pretty much everything. And he's just kind of like, okay. And then he kind of just like hangs up. I'm like, oh, that's awkward. And he basically told my friend, like, yeah, you guys probably shouldn't come around. Like, we're not going to hang out anymore. And then
I love how when someone's in a relationship and they're the issue, and then they try and do other shit with your friends, that you blame your friends.
Yeah.
Even though your friend's trying to be a good person.
Well,
like, what were you supposed to do in that situation? Like, smack the shit out of her? Because at some point, it probably seems like the right thing to do. Like, hey, you're drunk as fuck.
Well, what my buddy was saying,
on the fucking mouth or something.
He was like, you should have just not said anything, because she was probably so blackout drunk she doesn't remember it. So then all he has is your side of the story, and so he just has his girlfriend saying nothing happened, and then some guy just saying,
bro, I can't stand that shit.
Right?
I can't like.
And so I
at
get
that
it
point,
from like,
fuck that guy.
So I get it from his perspective, because if there was any amount of them trying to like save their relationship, yeah, obviously they would have to cut out the problem that happened, which would have been me. And so I wasn't really the problem, she was.
Yeah,
but the thing that interacted with what became the problem was me.
Was you being a good person and trying to tell the truth? And since his little hoe bag girlfriend who was blackout drunk doesn't remember jack shit because she had 2 beers.
So years later, me and my other buddies were at a bar, and he's fucking working there as the bartender, because he was always a bartender at one place and then another. And so I was like, oh shit, what's up, dude? And he was like, hey, by the way, broke up with so-and-so, da-da-da-da-da. We're totally good, dude. Like, I get it. We're all, like, shook my hand and everything. I was like, oh, fuck, Coward. Okay. Yeah,
kind of cowardice. You can't act tough in that situation when you're trying to be a good friend, and then years down the road when you realize, oh well, yeah, she was the problem and I fucked up. Now you try and be buddies with, nah, dude. That's
it's not like
stupid.
He came to me. We just so happened to stumble across each. Like,
no, but that's what I'm saying is he didn't he didn't put in effort.
Oh,
Just like if somebody's not gonna put in effort to admit that they were wrong.
Well,
in the
I mean,
first
like-
place, then that's a half-ass fucking. Hey, bro,
well, we
forgive
weren't
you."
like fucking friends. We were
No,
just
but
kind of
still.
like bar folks that ran into each other and ended up hanging out, you know?
Still.
So it's like if I knew someone like that and that happened in my life and I cut him out, I wouldn't go out of my way like years down the road if I hadn't seen him to be like, hey, man, I ended up breaking up with that bitch, so sorry about what happened. Like, dude, that guy was fucking 4 years ago and I barely knew him. I'm going to let him do his thing.
Do you know how many people I had to message after my fucking debacle, where I was a piece of shit to my friends because I wanted to keep someone around?
Yeah, but the friends that mattered to you, you probably contacted and were like, hey, man.
I contacted a lot of people, just to be like, hey, I was a piece of shit back then. All right.
Well, not everyone's the same, I guess.
No, I know, but I feel like that's the problem with this world. I feel like people got to admit when they're wrong, and they just kind of wait for a special occurrence to happen for them to be like, oh, yeah, by the way, 7 years ago when I was a piece of shit, I just want to apologize for that. And then everybody's like, buddy, and it's like just everybody totally forgets about.
Well, if we back up here about fucking 3.5 years now, when we ran into each other at Central, I was just kind of like, hey, man, sorry, by the way, for being a piece of shit fucking to you so many years ago.
Dude, fuck you. No. Because
that's basically what happened.
No, what happened was I came up and I was talking to you about shit. I was like, hey, Cole, how's it going? And we started bullshitting about our past and stuff. And then we started connecting because we were interested in the same shit. And then your ass was like, hey, by the way, I should probably apologize. Don't fucking act like you sat there and apologized right from the beginning.
I'll give you that.
Son
I didn't
of a
go out of
bitch.
my way to be like, oh, there's Austin McKenzie. I should probably go make amends with him.
Hey,
like, no, I didn't fucking
Hey,
do
let's
that shit.
just put it out there, though. Ain't nobody runs into me and thinks, hey, look, it's Austin. I should apologize for being an asshat. Because I know damn well I was 10 times the asshat back then. That's why I'm mainly the person. I've had to learn to apologize. I've had to learn to be like, okay, you kind of a dick, Austin.
That's
You know what I'm
fair.
saying?
Nah, yeah.
But yeah, don't fucking act like you
I'm
came
some
up and
nobles.
yeah,
Fucking-
get out of here, you little drunk ass. Anyways,
I ain't even drunk.
not right now, but you were in college damn near 24/7.
Fuck. I tell folks because like I don't drink anymore. I just don't. Like I don't really.
He drinks. He don't drink like he used to though.
Dude, like
It was bad.
like one double shot now, and I'm like, ooh, my insides are feeling warm.
Oh,
This is
dude, I was at the bar when I was playing pool, and I was like 8 deep on the Modelo, and they were like, "You all right, bro?" I was like, "Dude, this shit's like water."
Yeah, but Modelo's always been your thing.
I do love
You
Modelo.
fucking pound the Modelos. Me, on the other hand, it's like
I got a little happy fucking gut.
right there.
I'm be 45, like super skinny, but with that fucking
Little like
the pregnant looking body. Yeah.
yeah. Back in the day, though, back in the day, I could fucking kill about a bottle of Jägermeister in almost a day.
Yeah, you would send me videos before we would go to our 9 a.m. class. Yeah.
on a cloudy day.
you do the little spin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm like, yo, this guy literally probably unscrewed the cap.
Oh yeah. I fucking unscrewed it all the way to the very end, and then fucking pulled up that video and was like, down, 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 down. I got sunshine.
Those are rough days.
Oh, those are good times. But anymore, like, dude, I fucking drink.
I don't like the hangovers. I think as I get older, I'm like, yeah, man, I don't want to have a hangover.
Here's the problem, and I think everyone that's always told me this, and I just never listened to them until now, and I figured it out, is that Jägermeister is so fucking sugary and sweet. I mean, I always knew it killed my insides. It always fucking hurt my insides, but that's what I was looking for back in the day. I was like, I just want to feel pain. And so, yeah, I mean, that's what everyone does when they drink. They're just like, I just want to fucking hurt.
Not everybody.
Oh, well, I was like,
I was too, but not everybody.
Fair enough. And so now, though, it's like when I'm trying to enjoy a drink, and I'm like, yeah, let me get some Jägermeister. Like, let me get my double on the rocks or whatever. Double with a shot of water on the rocks. And they're just like, what?
That was the eggs. I burped up.
Oh, you very.
I always say excuse me to myself.
Steak and eggs.
Dude.
That's all right.
Gets old after
you
a
got
while.
You got manners. So anyways, now I'll fucking drink my double shot, and I'm just like, ugh, my stomach hurts. I want to go home and lay down. Like, fuck this. And so I think I gotta find something else that's not so sweet. And I tried Captain and Coke the other day. Whew. It's spiced rum. I don't know. That's probably a little less sweet than Jägermeister, but it just tastes like vanilla Coke.
I'm gonna gag thinking about it, man.
All right, what? But because here's the deal, I don't drink beer. Yeah. Beer tastes like fucking rotten egg piss to me. Like, it is the nastiest shit I've ever. Ugh.
How much egg piss you drink?
I don't even know. That doesn't even make sense. But it's some gross stuff, and. Which is the worst, because working at a bar that's like, yeah, we brew our own beers. Every time we put a different beer on tap, they're like, you got to taste it. You got to be able to sell it. You know what it tastes like. And I'm just like, okay. Yep, tastes like horse piss. Like, still tastes like hoppy ass shit. Like, I don't like this. It tastes like, ugh. And so, I don't know. That's my problem, though, is I can't drink beer, so I need to drink liquor. But I need to find some liquor that doesn't make me feel like hog shit.
Yeah, I can't do hard alcohol.
You ever tried scotch? Dude, scotch is painful.
Oh, it literally tastes like gasoline. Like, I would almost actually rather drink gasoline.
92 octane, the good shit.
Yeah. Unleaded. I might even throw a little diesel as a topper or something.
Do a diesel float on top, can you please?
Yeah. Like, in the shape of a heart, like those coffee cups.
No, man, I don't know. There's this one guy. So a rusty nail is just scotch and Drambuie, and Drambuie is like a liqueur. And so it's just those two.
I'm sorry. How did you say that?
Drambuie?
No, the L word.
Liqueur?
What are you, French?
Liqueur? I don't.
Liquor. It's just liquor.
I know, but like a.
Oh, is that the name of it? Like liqueur?
Well.
Or are you trying to say liquor?
No, okay. So like the syrupy shit, like the syrupy, like blue curacao, the melon, the green stuff, like the. It's called a liqueur because it's like the shit, the thick stuff. That's how, when you work in like a bar, that's how you differentiate between like liquor that you just pour and liqueur is like the thickness. Right. Sorry,
I apologize.
I didn't mean to sound so fucking prim and proper.
Yeah,
over here.
I thought you were trying to be some like prime bartender. I'm like, bro, I know where you work at. It ain't no prime bar. Anyways, you're saying about
I was gonna shit on my work.
Liqueur. Nah, dude, you gotta quit doing that because then your boss is gonna see one of these episodes.
One of my coworkers, she's like, "Oh, I love watching your episodes," and I'm like, she's like, "So now I know what your fake laugh sounds like, and now I know when you're like pretending not to listen to us at work and shit." And I'm like, you probably should have already known that because I'm just kind of, like that's how I am a lot at work. But yeah, anyways, so this guy comes in and he gets his rusty fucking nail, which is scotch and Drambuie. And boy, I tell you what, I used our well scotch because he's like, I don't care, just use the cheap shit. And I tell you what, cheap well scotch is about the most toxic feeling shit that you will ever stick down your gullet, man. That stuff, like it, the second I took a little taster of it, just the scotch, not the whole mixture, but just the scotch. I took a little one of those black like coffee straws and you stick it in, and I tasted it and I was just like instantly numbed, like the tip of my tongue.
I feel like I've had worse.
I'm just like,
but we'll save that for our own conversation.
Hey, I've eaten some rotten ass too. All right.
Oh yeah, all right. Next, Fucking son of a...
If it's not tongue numbing, I don't want to hear about it. Scotch.
Oh,
here's the two of the worst
fuck.
things that I've ever drank. Scotch and a straight shot of a fucking 197.5 proof Everclear.
Ugh.
Oh my, you talk about gasoline, dude. That shit.
Make a deal with the devil?
Also, back when I used to fucking hate my insides and try to get fucked up before
Still,
I went to college.
I feel like you still do hate your insides. It's
do,
just
but I don't.
food-wise now.
I don't like, I hate my insides to the point where, like, I want to enjoy what I'm eating, but I don't give a fuck what the result is. You know, like, I'll get fat, whatever. I kind of go to the gym every once in a while. I can work that shit off.
I can't do it.
Dude, you're pounding steak and eggs every morning. What do you mean you can't do it?
No, I can't. Like, that's the reason I'm doing that, so I don't.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I don't mind, man. I look good the way I am.
you do. You look very beautiful.
If anyone ever, thanks. If anyone ever wants to fight me, I don't need to be big and ripped and buff. I could just pull out my gun and shoot him. You know.
Oh my God! How do we go from being fat to just popping someone off?
Popping motherfuckers.
Oh man. Anyway, hey, speaking of popping motherfuckers, Australia popped old Novak back to Serbia.
Oh Jesus! Tell me. So like, I like sports. I follow a little bit of shit.
Yeah, but
basically,
who likes tennis?
Yeah. You know what's funny is I don't know anything about, like, who. I know Federer. I know the Williams sisters. I know Novak. Nadal. And that's about all I know.
I know
tennis. the new
Osaki.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
her.
new girl that's up and coming. That
about it. And I only know of that the China girl because of the whole situation she was going through.
Yeah,
but other than that, dude, I don't think I've ever watched an actual.
Other than that, though,
Andy Murray. I know Andy Murray.
If I see tennis on the TV, it's mesmerizing, man. I could sit and just fucking watch it. I don't need to know who's playing. I'm just like, I don't know. For some reason, tennis and golf, I can just fucking sit. Dude. I could be one of those old guys in a chair just like this in front of a fucking TV for like 4 hours in a glass, like my little triple Jaeger on the rocks, just barely sipping it, like for 4 hours watching golf. That shit's so interesting to me. I don't know how. People
tell me baseball's boring.
Oh, I love watching, dude.
I can't watch tennis or golf. I've tried. Dude. I've tried multiple times. You know, if I'm at a bar or restaurant and it's on the TV, I'll look up, see what's going on. Dude, I must have a squirrel brain when it comes to it.
I think
I don't give a shit.
That's funny because I think I have a squirrel brain when I'm watching it, and it's so mesmerizing hearing like the pa, 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 pa. I'm just like,
dude, no, because all I hear is fucking, it's just like they're like
one person hitting it and they're like,
yeah, dude. So it just sounds like it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like
the only experience I really have with tennis though is when you used to play it on the Wii and you'd fucking hit it back and forth and you would just do this really fucking fast. And you're like, God, I'm so top level.
Oh, how do you do that?
Just like that. I just grab a hold of that thing and fucking start shaking. Make sure you got the little wrist strap around your thing, though, your dongle, so that when you fucking let go of it, it don't go flying off into the TV.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
But anyway, so Novak's.
Yeah,
Djokovic.
so
Novak's.
Pretty much he's unvaccinated, and I feel like the reason he got in trouble was not because he was unvaccinated, which obviously it's a hint of it because Australia's a totalitarian country, but that's just my opinion. And there's like they're like 93% vaxxed or something. And so
God forbid we ever have any Australian listeners.
I don't want them.
Yep, now we're really not getting them.
Dude, no. Anyways, fucking
the New Zealanders though, I'll fucking dig them.
Yeah, they all right. Their population of 43. But anyways,
fucking twice our listener base.
So He lied on his immigration paper because you're not supposed to travel for a certain amount of time before you go into Australia. It's like 2 weeks or some crap like that.
Okay.
Well, he was in Serbia, went to like Bali, and then he went to Spain, and he went to a bunch of different places. And
like on vacation, just fucking off, or was he playing tennis at those places?
Maybe training. They'd never specified.
Okay.
Maybe training. I'm assuming just vacation, to be honest.
Just fucking off. Who else goes to Bali other than to fuck off?
True. And so he lied on his immigration papers. He said he hadn't traveled anywhere. Comes into Australia, and they detain his visa. Makes an appeal for it. He gets a medical exemption, and then everybody's losing their shit because they're like, "How does this guy, a prime athlete, number one in the world of tennis, like how does he? What medical exemption could this guy possibly have?" Which is none of their fucking business to begin with, and he could have something to where he's allergic to the vaccine. Like, I know a lot of people that don't take
Aaron
the vaccine.
Rodgers.
Okay, different, but he's not. Okay, I'm not going to get in that. All right, but
nice mustache.
I'm going to do the Fu Manchu, little handlebar action.
I see. When we first started it, just kind of barely made it to the outside. Now it's going around.
It's growing. But and so he lied, and then he made an appeal, gets a medical exemption. All of Australia's pissed off because they've been in lockdown for 2 years, and they all were pretty much forced to get the vaccine. And so they have a fucking uproar pretty much, and the prime minister goes, ooh, probably don't want my own people hating me for being a two-faced dumbass. So they take his visa again, tries to make an appeal like the day of the Australian Open starts, doesn't get it, gets deported back to Serbia. And so now everybody is just like, all Australians are like, let's go. About time something gets done right. Let's go.
So pretty much everyone in Australia probably hates Novak then.
It had a 71% approval from Australians of the decision.
Damn.
And pretty much a low percentage everywhere else.
So Australia is Australia, and they've got, what'd you say, 93% vax rate or something around there.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they weren't the way they were and they were allowed to do whatever the fuck they want and they weren't forced to do all this kind of shit, how they would have felt about it then. Because this is the way I read it. It's a country full of people that are like, okay, we have to follow all these rules because we live in this country. And then some schmuck from the outside basically comes in and is like, I'm from a place where we get to do whatever the fuck we want. And then everyone's just like, fine, fuck you.
Yeah.
So imagine if it was like a place where he gets, like, if he came to the U.S., it'd have been a fucking dope. Right? He's probably been to the U.S.
Well, it's funny you say there's an Australian band that keeps having to, like a metal band, they keep having to postpone their Australian concerts or whatever. Like every month it'll be like, oh, next couple weeks from now, we can't wait to bring this back up. I know you guys have been waiting for a while. And then like it gets close to those dates and they're like, yeah, we got to postpone it a month. And they've done it, dude, I swear. Like
just because of the Australians' rules?
The vaccines, and they're afraid of COVID or whatever. And so, dude, it's happened like 4 times.
Yeah, I might as well just say, fuck it, go tour the rest of the world.
But these are the same guys that, no, they are. They're coming to the U.S. and they're like so excited to come to the U.S. and be with our fans. Dude, these are the same guys for the last 2 years who have talked absolute shit about Americans, about how we're all fucking mentally ill pretty much, and that like we're all racist and we're all just a bunch of bad stuff, right? But then I'm sitting here, and I'm a fan of them. I like their music. But I'm sitting here, I'm like, so wait, you talk shit about America. You talk shit about our politics. You talk shit about our people. You talk shit about everything about red, white, and blue, US of A, you know. But the only way you guys get to do your job and your career that you love to do is to come to us. All right? So how like, dude, if people
America
don't
#1.
Yeah, if people don't see that and they think like little hypocrisy there,
Yeah.
then I don't know what to tell you. I'd probably
I
go
was
back
gonna
to
say
school.
if I was their band, I'd just fucking tour the rest of the world and then deal with the 2 weeks of fucking quarantine when I came back to Australia and being like, sorry bitches, can't play here. We're just gonna go everywhere else. So if you want to see us, travel out of state.
Well, that's what they would have said if they were free.
Yeah.
If they had an ounce of freedom or any right to their own will to make their own decisions and live their own lives. But they've been so cooped up in Australia where Australia's just pretty much told them what to do their whole lives to where they're like, okay, well, we hate the rest of the world because it's not Australia, but the only way we get to make a lot of money and do our careers is to go everywhere else we talk shit about. So,
train of thought, this is just random string of consciousness. Thinking about Australia, I think like, man, there are a bunch of weirdos down there. And then I'm like, they also had that gun ban back in the day, or the
everybody,
gun,
you can't
where
own
like
a gun.
everybody in the fucking country of Australia or continent like gave back their guns.
Pretty
to the
much a
government.
regular citizen.
Yeah,
because you can still have guns if you're a government official or like a hunter, like a. But you can only have a certain rifle or some crap like that.
And I think like, man, think of how many less shootings there probably are in Australia than the U.S. And then I was thinking, man, I just bought a gun the other day, and there was so much fucking paperwork and background checks and shit to go through that I just like, it blows my mind that any lunatic can like, yeah, you can buy guns illegally and whatnot. And maybe that's just how they're getting it, but
who's getting it?
Like the bad people that do shootings and whatnot. But I just think like, man, there is such a fucking process for just a regular Joe like me to buy a gun. It's like, sign this, fill this out, make sure this is good. We're going to send this back to the fucking like the whoever does background checks. They're going to check your background. They're going to run your fingerprints. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. I'm like, all just to buy a gun. And I'm like, how the fuck does any of these lunatics get a gun in the U.S.? But then I just like...
Yeah, you kind of contradicted yourself.
Yeah, well, I started... Here's the thing, is I was thinking about it, and then I started talking about it out loud, and I'm like, working through the process in my brain as I'm talking about it. I'm like, oh, that's why we do this podcast, so that I could just talk about things.
I think I saw a little drool coming from your mouth when you were thinking about it.
I got excited halfway through, and I started spitting as I was talking. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm getting all pumped up. But I'm just kind of like, God damn. So shouldn't then the people that are selling the guns illegally to bad guys that are getting the guns probably through the legal process of the paperwork and shit, shouldn't that paperwork catch them and make them the government realize that they're bad guys and they shouldn't give them guns in the first place?
I don't think the people who sell them go through the paper process as well. I think they buy them.
Well, here's the thing. Someone has to buy them.
Yes,
it has to start
criminals
somewhere.
Don't need paperwork. You could have you could have a cartel, you could have a drug gang, you could have.
But see, where are they getting them?
Dude, supply and demand, man.
I get that, but at some point, okay, every gun starts somewhere.
Okay, so you think what I'm hearing is you think one person or multiple people go through the process correctly, and then just like buy 250 guns.
Well, no. Here's the thing, though. Is
and then, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, I get that guns are being imported. I'm sure somehow guns are being imported, and I get that's where a lot of illegal guns come in.
Oh, I'm sure there's,
but the ones that aren't imported and the ones that people just get here in the U.S., like they're bought legally from a gun store. Somehow at the beginning of that gun's life, it has to be sold from a gun store at some point if it comes from.
Or you can make a deal with like FBI, CIA. You can make a deal with any other government-based country that wants to sell guns to you for a shit ton of money. Like,
yeah, but they're not just gonna be like, if I went to the CIA and was like, hey, say I had a fucking $1 million and was like, hey, I'll buy a couple guns for $1 million.
Obviously, you got to find the CIA agent that's willing to fucking do shit illegally for you.
So that's my question then. Is that where it starts? Just some crooked guy that's in the system that's like, fuck it, I'm just going to sell guns.
Dude, it happens all the time.
Maybe I should just become a CIA agent.
Bro.
Because if I can get access to those kind of guns.
I don't want you to become a CIA agent. I love you to death, dog, but man,
I'm James Bonding up in this bitch.
Gosh. Stop it.
0069.
Little wannabe John Wick.
Little B wanka. You wanka, John Wanka.
Fucking wank.
Dude. So, me and my buddies watched like half of the last John Wick movie fucking on Discord on our PCs all together the other night. One guy just
I apologize for yawning him.
No, you good. Yeah, I get it. It's fucking, you're about to pass out from falling asleep. I'm about to pass out because I just woke up. We're back on that routine again, and it fucking is not fun.
As long as I'm not wearing my overalls again from work, I'm okay with myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those mornings.
I looked like Bob the Builder. Are you ready to work?
But anyway, one guy just like streamed John Wick 3, and we all were just like, oh yeah, I'll watch that with you. So we're all sitting there with headsets on in our own fucking houses and whatnot, just like watching this movie together, and something cool would happen, be like, fuck, man, you know, or like John Wick would go in and grab a certain gun and I'd be like, hey, Mark, that was a so-and-so, or someone would be like, hey, that gun was this, and then we'd be watching, and I'd just pull it up on the side on my PC and be like, oh, yeah, check this out. And then I'd pull up Keanu Reeves, like, doing the training at the Terran Tactical Institute. Fucking A, that's so cool. If you haven't seen that video, the video of goddamn Keanu Reeves training with all those different guns and shit with, like, is it Halle Berry or no?
I didn't see who the other person was.
Whoever the actress in that movie is with him.
Oh.
She was there at the Institute as well, and they were all just like kind of shooting and whatnot, but goddamn Keanu Reeves.
Doesn't he have his own, like maybe in his, I wouldn't say backyard, but doesn't he have like a piece of land that he trains on by himself?
I don't know about that, but he might have some land that he goes to, but this place that he went to get the training is pretty fucking badass.
Oh, yeah.
And from what I understand, though, the guy's kind of a creep. So, like, the guy that started the company.
Oh, I thought you were saying Keanu's a creep.
No.
This fucking podcast's over. Get out of this goddamn house.
Nah, Keanu Reeves, he's a saint. That guy's one of my favorites. He's fucking
donated 75% of his new Matrix paycheck to cancer research.
Well, that's probably not a whole lot, because the new Matrix was a fucking dump, wasn't it?
It's a dump, but a lot of new movies are dumps, but a lot of dumbasses go to the movies and watch it just because everybody wants to not be the person that didn't see the movie, and then when everybody's talking about it, they're like, bro, it's the Matrix. Like, if you saw the old Matrix,
you went and saw the new
Matrix. You're probably gonna go see this new one, even if it was a dump.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure whether it wasn't like a lot compared to what he usually makes, like for a John Wick movie or something, is damn near more than what I'm fucking making in the next 25 years. Maybe 15, 20 years. But
15. I don't know. Hopefully one of these days we hit something, and then it's like, bam, you guys have $1 bazillion. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I think everybody in the world's banking on that, though. Why do you think all these fucking cucks are doing TikToks?
Why do you think all these cucks are doing podcasts?
I just do it because we did it in college.
And it's fun.
I'm not trying to make this like some fucking Joe Rogan, like we get 12 million fucking viewers or downloads or whatever every episode.
Could you imagine, though, just like literally doing what we're doing right now?
Or we'd have to do a lot better.
Have you watched his first episodes?
No, I know, but that's not for us. Like if we
I know.
Like, if that would have happened, kind of have to
I know, but
slap ourselves in the face with the truth a little bit.
I think that he probably thought the same thing back in the day, like, this will never go to anything.
Yeah, but he was a comedian. He was a UFC
I know this podcast isn't going to turn into the Joe Rogan experience, but could you just imagine us sitting here bullshitting, and then fucking 10 years down the line, we have more money than you can even calculate in your brain. You're just like, the time that it takes for me to take a piss, I'll make more money than you make in probably your lifetime.
Dude,
so
to be honest, I'd put it all towards my kids and just be like, don't be like me growing up, please. Like, don't. Be happy. Go to school. Well, depends, because school kind of sounds like a progressive fuck way to do shit.
And just
now.
be grateful that you're a privileged little shit. That's all I'd tell my kids.
Yeah, I don't know. My wife would probably smack shit out of me if I called them little shits.
Oh, this is all I'm saying is if I become enough money to where I don't have to even think or worry about it.
Fuck you money, pretty much.
Yeah, fuck you money. And I have kids. I will make those kids know damn well that you are some fucking entitled little shits. And maybe not little shits, but people take that term so offensively, and I don't get it. And I'm not saying, yeah, but like
for like their kids.
Yeah,
dude. If anybody fucking takes any wrong term for my own children, I'll backhand the shit out of them.
Well, yeah, I get that, but just like, I don't know. I just find it funny.
You think I give a fuck what some Joe Schmuck fag or bag? Dude, I'm fucking messing up on my goddamn words. Dude, all these Joe fuck bags like worrying about other people's kids. How about you worry about your own, all right?
Worry about your own damn
How about you
kids.
discipline your own kid? Well, honestly, I don't know, man. The way people are disciplining their kids now, they just hand them a fucking iPad at the age of 2 and keep them silent.
You fucking fuck bag.
Yeah,
you buck fag. What the fuck is that?
I'm trying
You're
to
stumbling,
getting all these damn insults in, and
I swear as a drunk, I'm not God.
Goddamn words. Yeah.
What's the officer problem?
Yeah. Yeah, no, dude. Honestly, I wait for the day that some dude comes up to me at the park. He's like, "Hey, your son over there's fucking around on the monkey bars or something, being a little dangerous. Hey, if my kid breaks his arm, he's gonna learn real quick not to fuck on those monkey bars, huh?" Well, okay, see, not fuck around on the monkey bars. You know what I'm saying? So
I get what you're saying.
No, so
it's just funny sounding.
I'm so tired, dude. I'm fucking.
Let's wrap this bitch up. We're about an hour in, anyways.
Nah, dude, because we killed like 10 minutes bullshitting about other shit.
Well, that was with the camera. That wasn't with the board. We turned the board on after those 10 minutes of fucking off.
No, I think we. Either way, I'm fine. I'm just saying. Discipline your own kids.
Discipline
right?
You fuck bags.
Yeah, thank you. I'll let you deal with the insults right now. But
I don't know. You're a little quicker with them.
Like my sister broke her arm dicking around on monkey bars. And yeah, it sucked because her bone popped out of her elbow. And
things are a little different nowadays, though. If you have that perspective of just like, yeah, if I'm just going to let my kid do it and they're going to learn anymore, it's like, yeah, we're going to take your kids from you.
Now, there's certain stuff you could do. Like, I'm not, like, I got tossed in a pool, right?
Damn, that would have looked so cool on camera.
Well, you got the hand-eye coordination of a fucking anteater, so.
Dude, you threw it down here.
Catch it with your kneecaps. You're used to
rebound it.
Yeah.
Anteaters.
Like I got tossed into the water and said swim. You know?
Yeah.
I don't really have any faith in my future kid being tossed into a body of water and just saying swim and figure it out. You know? They're going to be sitting there kicking like a dog, and then they're going to start drowning, and then my wife's going to be like, where's little Timmy at? And I'm like, ah, shit.
At the bottom of the lake.
Yeah, he's gone.
You know, I don't know how to swim. Did I ever tell that one on the podcast?
Probably. But the fact that, how old are you?
27 and almost 28.
You don't know how to fucking swim?
Get it. You got to like do one of these and you got to kick and whatnot. But like,
are you that uncoordinated? You don't know how to fucking keep your body afloat of water?
I'm one of those people that, you know how when people say like, oh, just kind of lay out like this and just kind of breathe nice and easy and you'll float. I do that and I just go straight fucking down. Like I can't just float on water. I don't I don't understand that.
Nobody can just fucking float on water, dog. You got to move your legs and your arms.
Well, you know
shit.
how when people like lay in a pool and they're like, yeah, just lay back and just kind of like hold your breath or just kind of breathe nice and easy, and they just kind of float around.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I tried doing that and my body.
What do you do? Breathe? Do you let out the air when you fucking flip on your back?
What are you talking about? That, and I just can't, like, when I swim, I'm just kind of like, I try swimming and I've taken swimming lessons.
Oh, fuck.
You throw me in 3 feet of water and I'll drown.
That's such a crock of shit, dude, because you'd stand up and it'd come up to your fucking kneecaps at 3 feet of water. Dude.
That was center mass, man.
Center mass right into the fucking bar.
Center
Look
mass,
like
man.
Russell Wilson. Throwing with his fucked up finger.
Coach, I broke my finger, Coach.
Don't worry, Coach. Sierra made another fragrance for us. How about we go get a fucking playoff win?
You sure as shit ain't talking to the Seahawks. Why do you think I'm wearing my Mariners hat?
Dude.
I know they suck too, but
the Seahawks fucking stunk this year.
So,
and we're bringing everybody back. Did we not learn anything?
Are we not getting rid of Pete or Russell or?
Apparently, they had a meeting with Jody Allen, the owner.
Jody Allen, Josh Allen.
No.
That's right.
Josh Allen's a quarterback of the Buffalo Bills.
Paul Allen, he died.
Yes, he died.
That's what I was
R.I.P.
thinking.
Paul Allen.
Sorry, Allen
Josh
family.
Allen, you fucking dildo. Yeah, and she's like not a media person, so it's hard to get any answers from her. Chris Mortensen comes out, apparently says a good source says all they had was a season-ending review like they always do, and same shit, different year next year.
Yeah, but there's a long off season to go. I mean, the
same
season's not
fucking
technically
off season we've had the past 10 years, and we still don't have an O-line.
I get that, but the off season hasn't happened
that's
yet.
like us being Mariner fans. This is the year. This is the year. We're 21 years into it, but this is the year.
Dude, they could dump any one of those guys the fucking day before the next season starts.
No.
That's
won't, not the
but
Seattle
they could.
way.
I know, but
so why say it?
But I mean, the Seattle way will only be the Seattle way for so long. People are like Pete Carroll.
I don't
will
know,
eventually
bro. We're doing pretty well at fucking up for
even if we never
years.
got rid of him, he'll eventually die, and someone else will have to fill his place. Like
Dude.
Something will change eventually. It might be fucking 10 years, another 10 years, 20 years down the line. It might be. Think of it though. We went from, when did the Seahawks start? The 77, 76, something like that, all the way up to 2005. We were trash for fucking like 30 years almost, all the way up before we got to the fucking Super Bowl with Matt Hasselbeck, and then fucking trash again for like another 8 years or something before we went back in 2012, 13, something like that. Yeah. So it's like we talked to my buddy's dad who's been watching the Seahawks his entire life since they basically started, and he's like, are you kidding? I sat through the late 70s, the 80s, the 90s, fucking years of being dog shit.
Yeah, but there's a difference between a new team coming in and they should be dog shit, aka like the Kraken
for 30
now.
years?
Yeah, bro. No, who gave a fuck about football in Seattle?
Well, I get that, but like a professional sports team is still a professional sports team. I mean, the New England Patriots.
Okay, look at the New York Jets. They're still a professional sports team, and they've fucking sucked ass.
I know, but eventually things will come around.
Oh, God.
Like, think of it. The Patriots, before like all the greatness that they've had for the last 20 fucking years, they were trash before then.
Yeah, and they went trash for 1 year, and they literally made it back to the fucking playoffs with a rookie quarterback.
No, I'm saying like back at like long time ago.
I know, but we're talking about the future that's upcoming.
Yeah.
It took them a year to suck nutsack.
They've also got one of the greatest fucking NFL coaches of all time.
The coach don't play on the goddamn field.
I get it, but it's still Bill Belichick. No.
Yeah, that's like people being like, well, it's still Pete Carroll. Yeah, the same Pete Carroll that fucking threw it on the 1 yard line.
I mean, the same Pete Carroll that had the fucking scandal at USC. Yeah, I know. I get it. Same Pete Carroll.
Thank you.
The one that was with Reggie Bush.
Yeah, I fucking know that scandal. Trust me.
I think it's great how everyone's
somehow Pete escaped that. He's like,
everyone's like,
look,
Pete Carroll, the champion of the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And they just kind of brush under the rug the USC thing.
He's a piece of shit. He literally left all of his past players in the dirt. It was okay, you guys can all deal with those fucking sanctions. Reggie, you can get your Heisman taken away. And everybody else can get bowl game and bowl rings taken away, and I'm just gonna go fucking to the NFL and coach somewhere else.
Zip up my coat and walk out the door.
But yeah, Pete's such a great guy.
Oh God,
he stinks.
Russell Wilson's beating kids in his basement.
No, dude, he's selling fucking fragrances with his wife, who has 10 times the money that fuckbag will ever have.
Here's the thing.
Dude, no, here's the thing. This motherfucker has sucked ass since he got married to Sierra.
I was about to say, he wasn't making the big paycheck. I mean, it was still millions of dollars and was good and won the Super Bowl and then fucking got cheated on and was really pissed and was pretty good. And
goes and has a bomb-ass year, finds Sierra. Marriage, kids, fucking right down the piper, dude. We suck ass.
Here's the thing. Why couldn't he pull the Tom Brady and just do like he did and go, my wife makes like a fucking ridiculous amount more money than me.
A dumb amount, dude.
Like more than double, triple my fucking paycheck and I'm making hundreds of millions of dollars. Why don't I just let her be the breadwinner like she is and take a fucking fat paycheck, like give me 10 mil or something, because I can live off her money and maybe we can have a good fucking football team and win a Super Bowl or two.
Because Russell talks the talk and doesn't walk the walk. All I see him post shit about is Jesus that, Jesus this, so grateful. Oh, let's do this again next year, team. Let's go again. And over here, Tom Brady's 44 says, how can I be considered the GOAT of football and win a shit ton of championships at the age of 44? Oh, I know. I'll take a pay cut so I can have a fucking line that protects me all season long, all playoff long, all fucking Super Bowl. And Russell's like, what should I do? Oh, that's right. Let me be one of 3 guys that takes up 93% of the fucking salary cap and wonder why we have nothing else around the fucking field, dude.
I think that is part of why Tom Brady's been able to go until he's 44 is because he's been able to have a line that literally protects him
full of all pros
year in and year out.
Yes.
Like Russell's taking shots every fucking game. He's getting cracked every game. And Tom Brady's like, I got sacked like once or twice this game. Whatever. Yeah, I took one hit, but it wasn't even that bad, and I just got pushed to the ground. Like, if you're just getting poked around here and there every Sunday, of course you're going to be able to play for years and years. But if you're fucking getting smacked up and you're like, I got to take this ice bath because I can't fucking walk tomorrow because this guy blew my fucking quad out or something, of course you're going to be able to only play for so long.
Well, it's like people are saying, the receivers need to get open for him. It's kind of hard for a receiver to get open in a fucking half second before the line collapses and Russell's now scrambling around before he just drops down to the ground and gets another sack and we lose 15 yards. Oh, by the way, let's also slap that in with a bunch of fucking false start penalties as well, so we're playing second and fucking 35 every goddamn play because we don't have fucking people to protect nor motherfuckers that know how to play offensive line. You played basketball? Played college basketball and you're kind of a bigger dude? Yeah, fuck it. Story on the line. Cheap route. It's like going to the fucking dollar store for a pair of reading glasses and you expect those fuckers to last longer than 2 days.
That's pretty funny.
Fuck, man.
That's pretty good.
Grow some fucking brain cells, Seahawks.
A point to your being able to get open for the routes and the pocket collapsing. It's hard to be able to be open to catch a pass when that happens and you just have to scramble. Like the QB's scrambling, but you're also like, I've ran my full route and I've waited for 2 seconds. Now I've just got to run. Now I've just got to get open and hope that Russell sees me and predicts that I'm going to keep running that way instead of cutting on this guy and going back.
That's been Tyler Lockett's career the last 6 years, 7 years with
Which
Russell.
Is fucking insane because you shouldn't be able to make a career off that.
No, but he'll go down as one of the best Seahawk receivers of all time because literally Russell has had to scramble his whole life, and then all the cornerbacks are like, holy fuck, like we're still defending these fuckers?
Right.
Oh, where'd Tyler go? Oh, Tyler's over there.
Here's the thing, though, with Tyler Lockett is he does have good hands, and he's fucking
great hands.
Ridiculous sideline, back of the end zone, tiptoe catches.
Hey, like, I'm not bagging on Tyler Lockett. I'm just saying. We
need a better line.
We have DK fucking Metcalf.
Here's
the guy thing. Is a machine. He wears a fucking crop top in like 2-degree weather, and you could see the goddamn washboard on his stomach.
So here's the deal: DK Metcalf is very similar to our guy here.
No, he is not.
He's based fucking huge.
Okay, well, here's the huge. Deal. Okay, we talking.
He has the
aspect?
potential to be like this guy here. Because Calvin Johnson was a fucking massive receiver, guy that was way bigger than everyone and way faster than he should have been. Yeah, same with DK Metcalf.
But he didn't throw a fucking hissy fit after every play or try and fight somebody.
Here's the deal. Matthew Stafford at the time had very good opportunities with him, even though he was double covered every fucking play because he had more than a second and a half to be able to get open. And DK Metcalf is getting pissy and frustrated because he's getting double covered, but he's getting double covered in a way that like you can't just, because Calvin Johnson could run his route and be double covered, and Matthew Stafford would still know, like, if I just lob it up, he's going to catch it because he's going to be right here. When it comes to DK and fucking Russell having to scramble, it's like, I'm double covered. I've also gone through my entire fucking route. Now I just got to run around out in the open with 2, sometimes 3 if I'm running into their zone, kind of guys on, like, draped all over me, basically. And Russell's just got to be like, Russell tries to pull Russell, and he's like, let me do one of these sidearm baseball fucking side throws into his fucking bread basket here where there's 9 guys hanging out around him. Like, yeah, of course that's not going to fucking work. If DK Metcalf went to a team that he could be utilized like Calvin Johnson was, he'd be one of the fucking best receivers in the game right now. Like, if he was down in Tampa Bay, DK Metcalf would be fucking destroying it. Him and Tom Brady would be
it'd be like the Randy Moss and Tom Brady combo back when the Pats went undefeated during the regular season.
Oh, man, if DK was on a better team, a better team, but a team that could utilize him better, he would be so fucking good.
Dude, I don't get it. We don't target him. What was that one game? He had like 0 fucking targets until like the 4th quarter and like 5 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
What are we doing?
It's because here's what Seattle does.
I play Madden and I would run that fucking offense better.
Seattle gets someone, they have like, say, a good year or a good stretch of like 6 games or something. They blow up and it's like, oh my God, this guy's going to be a huge threat. And then they use the idea of this person as being a huge threat.
Without actually using
him. Like, they try to bluff it, basically. They're just like, we got Jimmy Graham over here. We've got fucking DK Metcalf. We've got
Jimmy Graham hasn't been on the team.
I know. I'm just saying, like, throughout the years, we've got, back in the day, like, Marshawn Lynch. We re-signed him for a few games. Like, everyone's, okay, we got to stack the fucking rush defense or whatever because we think they're going to, Marshawn Lynch is in this.
Offense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm saying from the defender's perspective, like, we got to
stack the D line.
Yeah, they just signed Marshawn back. He's in the game right now. Well, let's stack up on the D line. Like, they use the idea of these star players being a threat to try to throw off the other team, and they do something else. It's like, oh shit, there goes DK on a fucking streak down the sideline. Let's do a shuttle pass or a shuffle pass over here to fucking...
For like 2 yards.
For 3 yards. Yeah, let's do a screen pass on 3rd and 17 and see if he can get up the yard, or get up the field 17 yards. Like,
oh, trust me, I've been watching this shit show for the last, since 09?
Yeah.
08?
I feel it. Do you remember Charlie Whitehurst throwing Jesus?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was gonna be our quarterback for a while.
Remember back in the day when everyone was like, "Is this gonna be a guy?"
Because he had a couple. He was like Matt Flynn in Green Bay. He had a couple good games, and I was like, "Oh no, man,
yeah,
he could be the one." And then I was like, "Yeah, no, he's ass."
fuck. Remember when we signed Matt Flynn and we thought he was going to be the starter, and it's like,
and then we go draft Russell Wilson that same year.
It's like, well, we've signed Matt Flynn, and then we drafted this rookie guy. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll just fucking.
Then he has a bomb rookie preseason, and then we just throw him a starter, and then Matt Flynn never plays for us, but we pay him a stupid amount of money. Sounds like the fucking Seattle way.
Well, I mean, back then we actually did something with it, so that was kind of cool. But that was almost 10 years ago now.
Yeah, dude, we suck.
That's nuts. Almost 10 fucking years ago now.
I remember the night we won the Super Bowl.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I remember the night we won the Super Bowl. I remember the night we fucking lost the Super Bowl.
Yep, and I remember every night of losing in the first round of the fucking playoffs by having a really good season. Good job, guys. It's like the fucking Mariners. Well, we got 91 wins. Cool. Haven't made the fucking playoffs in 21 years.
Did you see the Bengals won their first first postseason game in, 31 years? That's pretty neat. My brother, I was going to say buddy, my brother is a huge Bengals fan. Always has been. He loves AJ Green, so that's always been his team is the Bengals. So I haven't talked to him yet about it, but I'm pretty pumped to see him next and be like, yeah, you excited? You guys
should ask him about the Joe Burrow.
What happened?
The controversial call.
What was it? Because I didn't actually watch the game. I just heard that
Joe Burrow was running to the sideline, and he wasn't out of bounds, but he got near the sideline, and when he threw it, the ball was halfway in the air towards the end zone, and a ref blew a whistle.
Like, what do you mean? Like
he blew the whistle.
So, like, he was running out of bounds?
So he was running, like, escaping out of the pocket.
Yeah, okay.
Throws it towards the touchdown, and the ref blows a whistle. And then the dude catches it, and you could see all the players stop, and then the dude, it was quick. It wasn't like all players stopped and the ball's still going, and then the guy catches it. But, oh, dude, you'd have to watch it after we're done with this.
I
would ask him what he thinks of it.
All right.
Now, granted, it was early in the game, second quarter, so I still don't think that made the outcome of the game any different. But
so did they end up calling it a touchdown, or did they end up not calling? Oh, okay.
Yes, touchdown. But section 5 or section 7, rule 2 of the NFL.
Do you research this?
I did. Any whistle blown during a play's automatically dead, and they have to redo it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Well, they didn't. They called the touchdown, and Bengals got the old.
So was he half a step out of bounds?
No, no, he's in bounds. He was close to the sideline, but he wasn't out of bounds. He wasn't like a half step out of bounds or anything.
No shit.
Yeah.
So why'd the ref call the whistle then?
He's a fucking dumbass.
Was Joe Burrow falling? I'll just have to watch the video.
Yeah, you have to watch it, but I would just ask him what he thought on that.
All right. Well, he's going to be excited about it.
But granted, I don't think that determined the outcome of the game.
Okay. What was the ending? Do you know what the ending score was? Did they blow him out, or was it kind of close?
No, I think it was a touchdown or something like that.
Okay.
That Raiders lost by 6 points from maybe, or 9 points or something. I think it was single digits, but yeah. And what pissed me off the most about it, though, was they asked the head coach, Zach Taylor of Bengals, and they asked Joe Burrow, did you hear a whistle? Bro, if you watch that video, you could hear the fucking whistle being blown.
And he's like, nah.
Yeah, dude, both of them. No, I don't know what you're talking about. And then they smiled like, you son of a bitch.
Well, at that point, I'd have just been like, yeah, I heard a fucking whistle. The game's over anyways. Who gives a shit?
That would have caused a lot of stir. But so I'll just say, but yeah, I would just ask him what he thought of that.
Fair enough. Will do.
Oh, excuse me.
Damn, this is the longest episode we've ever done. Hour 15, hour 16. You look like you're about to pass out.
Oh, dude.
Let's fucking get going.
Tired.
Alrighty. Let's see. What's new this week for you, Austin? Middle of January. Nothing going on. January sucks nut. We've been doing this for about a year now.
Yeah, it'd be a year on the, 25th or 26th?
I think so.
Or something, 24th?
Something. So, yeah, maybe we'll do we're not going to do anything for a year.
No. But thanks for always listening.
Tell your friends about us.
Thanks for listening to our bullshit.
Like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. That just wake you back up?
No, I'm done with your ass.
So you ready for another hour?
No, fuck you. Hope you guys have a good week. Love y'all.